This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. That's my closet full of all the stuff that I love. And today we look at two film books we recently received as gifts. We're talking about two beautifully designed books addressing two very different genres. In other words, the Czar of Noir meets the King of the Monsters. Let's check it out. The first book we received is Noir Bar, Cocktails Inspired by the World of Film Noir. This was a gift from the Kazdoy Closet Jr., so thank you for that. It's written by Eddie Muller. I've talked about him many times on this channel. He is known as the Czar of Noir. He's the host of TCM's Noir Alley. He's the founder of the Film Noir Foundation. But what I didn't know about him is he used to be a professional bartender at one time. And from his introduction, he says this is a drinking companion for anyone taking a deep dive into the world of noir. This includes some classic cocktails, some modern noir-inspired cocktails, and then some cocktails that Eddie Muller made specifically for this book. So he says this book is for seasoned drinkers who love noir and for hardcore movie fans who are getting into mixology. So the basic facts here are this is 225 pages, glossy paper, black and white and color, and it's filled with movie stills and with original poster art, as long with Eddie Muller's comments on each film. This book begins with an introduction by Eddie Muller, and then there's a section called The Well-Stocked Bar, which is all about how to assemble an at-home bar, and then Tools of the Trade, which is how to select glassware and barware, and then how to make a cocktail. But the bulk of the book, I'd say about 200 pages, is called Drinking in the Darkness, and those are 50 cocktails inspired by the world of film noir. So it's 50 cocktails and 50 films are discussed here. There's 1 or 2 pages about the film, and then 1 or 2 pages about the cocktails paired with the film. And let me show you some examples from the book. This is a section on the film The Hitchhiker, one of my favorites. And Muller describes this as the only classic noir directed by a woman, Ida Lupino. And so you see the original poster there, Muller's comments about the book. And then on the following pages, the drink El Diablo that goes along with the film. And then I believe there is, there's another photo from the film. Another film I really like, In a Lonely Place. Muller says this is his favorite movie and that he's seen it over 20 times. I didn't know that. So you have the poster, his write-up about the film. A little more about the film and another photo. And then the drink that goes with it called the Horse's Neck, which I had never heard of. Here's a section on another classic noir, Out of the Past, which Muller describes as arguably the definitive film noir. So there's a photo, there's his description of the film, or not really description, but more comments, more about the film. And then it's paired with a drink called the Paloma. And finally, from a director I really like, Samuel Fuller, this is Pickup on South Street. Muller describes this as Sam Fuller's best crime movie. So there's the poster, there's his commentary. And he pairs that with a pretty common drink, a Bloody Mary. Overall, I would say Noir Bar it's a very nicely designed book. You can't always see the page numbers on the bottom because sometimes the pages are black. So that's kind of a problem. There is no index either, which is too bad. It's perfect for fans of both cocktails and noir, of course. Am I going to create a bar in my house and get into mixology? No, I'm not, for several reasons. One is I just don't have room for it. But it's always worth reading Muller's comments about film noir. I think there are other books that are more essential about film noir than this one is. And in fact, quite a while ago, I did an episode called My Top 3 Film Noir Books. I'm going to put a link below in the show notes in case you want to check that out. The second book I want to share with you is Godzilla, the official guide to the King of the Monsters. This was a gift from Santa. It's by Graham Skipper. And Godzilla was introduced in 1954 in the film Godzilla, or Gojira, I guess they say in Japanese. He's lasted over 60 years in various media, 30 films, comic books, TV series, games. This is a coffee table size book as compared to the Noir Bar book, which is much smaller. And it has this nice textured cover. Maybe you can see it there if I put the light on there. It's a nice texture, kind of like lizard scales, I guess it's supposed to be. And it has 255 glossy pages, color in black and white. It includes film stills and poster art and behind the scenes photos and a write-up about each film, of course. It's divided by era. So it begins with the Showa era, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and goes all the way to the current Reiwa era. And the eras are named after who was the Japanese emperor at that time. It shows how the films have changed tonally throughout each era, and how Godzilla has changed from era to era. There's also an index, which is really nice in case you want to look up just one or certain films. And there are page headers, which is really cool. They're color-coded by era, and on the page header, it has the name of the film and the year it was made. Each film has a one-page description with the film credits, and then photos and artwork with captions. And let me show you a few examples of this book. So it begins with the original Japanese poster art for the very first Godzilla film, and then there's the description about the film next to it, if you can see that. This is promotional artwork, and there's several examples of this throughout the book where they make the film look really a lot more exciting and better than the film really is. This is the promotional artwork for Son of Godzilla. Now that was a film growing up I watched. I thought it was the most ridiculous thing I ever saw, because Son of Godzilla, that you can see him there in the background. The whole thing was so goofy, with Godzilla teaching his son how to be a monster, and his eyes were weird, and the whole thing was just goofy. But I really like this promotional artwork and how they make it look so exciting and cool. This is a behind-the-scenes photo from Godzilla vs. Biollante from 1989, I believe. I never heard of that one, but very cool. There are a few of these in the book. You can see the lights up on top, the tracking, you can see the crew down at the bottom. So it's really cool to see what it looked like while they were making these kind of odd films. And this particular one, Godzilla vs. Biollante, is going to be released separately on Criterion this year, and I believe it is currently on the Criterion channel. Overall, I really like this book. It's beautifully designed. If you are a Godzilla or a monster movie fan, or you know somebody who is, I think they're really going to like this a lot. So those are the two books we got recently. Feel free to leave a comment or suggestion down below. Maybe you want to share one of your favorite film books with us. That'd be great. Leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Share this with your friends and neighbors. Subscribing is free. Also free is we're on the Letterboxd app under the Kazdoy Closet. There's a link down below to get to that. And that's where we left recent reviews for A Real Pain, Vi or V, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. It's VIY. It's the first Soviet horror film ever made, and the film Last Straw. So check that out. What's not free is my ebook is available. It is True Tales from the Teacher Trenches, the ups and downs from 32 years of teaching, and that is available through Amazon.com. It's for your Kindle, or if you don't have a Kindle, you can use the free Kindle app on any device of your choice. It's going to set you back the enormous amount of $1.99. So thanks so much for watching. Rest in peace, David Lynch, one of my favorite filmmakers, and see you next time.